Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody, to Sunglasses Man and Drizzle Show, the brand new music episode. We're going to do something a little bit different. We've both come up with some bands from the 90s who we think were big influences on developing, the progressive alternative rock. So I'm going to start with mine. Mine at number 5 would be the Smashing Pumpkins. Billy Corgan was a huge influence in the 90s. Tonight, for God's sakes. 1979.
Today. Disarm.
Yeah, Disarm.
Yeah.
Wings of
Bullet with butterfly wings.
Bullet with butterflies. They are still around now, but unfortunately not the original members. So you just have Corgan as the singer. I don't even think they have the same drummer anymore.
But he's more into like wrestling now, right? He's an owner of a
TNA wrestling.
TNA wrestling. Yeah. I just don't know why he doesn't concentrate on his music more than.
Well, I think he said recently in an interview that he's gone up that alley. He's already done it, so he wants to do something different. I appreciate him for that.
Well, yeah, I gotta respect that. You gotta,
They won numerous Grammys, and so it's not like he's hurting for money or anything.
Well, that's true. So. My 5th pick. We're just gonna do bands.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
No, well, artists.
Let's just we'll do artists because I think we did a top 5 bands before.
Yeah.
But speaking like artists all around, man. What about like? Maybe Stone Temple Pilots would be my number 5. Scott Weiland passed away. Was it this year or last year?
No, it was this year.
It was this year. What a great. It wasn't all him, but he was the big part of it. Why they were so successful. And I will miss the Stone Temple Pilots. Although they have been making albums now, but with the singer from Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Not as good, but at least they're trying, And you had Plush, you had Interstate Love Song, you had Big Empty, Sex Type Thing, Wicked Garden, what else? Big Bang Baby.
And then his career beyond that, his solo records, and then his involvement with other bands,
The Velvet Revolver,
yeah.
There's a good example.
He did a song with Creed.
I guess he did.
Ago, actually, before he died.
So definitely shout out to them, and Scott Weiland will miss you.
Yeah, I think he's a huge influence in the music industry. And
he even did Christmas album. He was that good of a singer. He even did a Christmas album.
So number 4 for me, Kid Rock. I know some people are going to be like, well, he's not really, alternative. Blah, blah.
He doesn't have to be.
But he doesn't have to be. That's Kid Rock for who he is. Kid Rock has always been innovative. He did a song called "Yodel in the Valley."
Yes.
Back in the early 90s.
We won't say what that song's about.
No.
We won't. We'll keep it PG.
Yeah, we'll keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
But Ba with the Ba, great song. Cowboy. Great song.
It's a good song, Cowboy. It wasn't my favorite, but Old God.
Old God is another.
That's my favorite
song,
one.
Yeah. The video's nice.
American Badass was good.
Yeah. Not digging after the 3rd album because that's when I got a little bit more into the
I never liked that song all summer long. Because he took parts from other songs like Freebird and put it together. I don't like it. I like the rap rock Kid Rock.
Yeah, I understand and respect Kid Rock for his earlier work, not what he's doing now. I just don't.
If I liked country music, I would like it, but I'm not a big country music fan, and what happened to the crazy, wild rap rockin', guy that we all loved?
But that's all I'm gonna say with that is that he represents the city of Detroit in the right way. He donates to charities. He does performances for pretty much nothing.
Well, even the song he did with Sheryl Crow, I didn't like.
Well,
it's a nice little ballad, but it's just like what Kid Rock would happen. you know.
I think at that point he was just trying to do something to get himself into the Grammy situation.
Oh, that could be.
Because Sheryl Crow's always she's already won like 4 Grammys.
That could be.
So,
he probably just like, I'm just gonna try and do this. And
you know, that's my opinion with Kid Rock. I respect his work. I think he's a great artist, very talented, but not now as far as music goes. I think he could do much better. So.
All right, my number 4 would have to be. I'm gonna go with 90s. I'll say The Prodigy. I mean,
yeah,
man, that Fat of the Land album was amazing, and I think they still make albums, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are. They recently released an album like last year. They're still touring. They're still doing their thing.
Yeah.
The only difference is that they're not how they used to be as far as pissing off people and pushing the limit. They used to be all about that. You know,
they kind of calmed down a little bit.
But over the years they calmed down and they had a more respectful, attitude towards people.
Yeah.
But again, I think that when they first started out, it was about show. It was about
like shock value.
Shock value. Who could do what to what, And I mean, but Breathe, Firestarter, Funky Shit,
Smack My Bitch Up,
The Alm.
Omen?
No, The Alm.
Oh.
There's a song called The Alm.
Okay.
Which was a techno song. And I want to talk about that. They weren't just a rap group. They weren't just, a techno group. They were all of that. They combined all of that in one genre.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really qualify them as alternative, as techno. No, they just combine all of that together, and that's Prodigy, and that's who you have to respect them for who they are. So I mean, the Smack My Bitch Up video, honestly, the reason why they can't play that on TV is because of the content in it.
It's on YouTube if you guys want to. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
And
they couldn't even play it on MTV during the day. They had to play it at night because it was so bad.
I mean, it's that raunchy that they couldn't really do much about the situation. They just said, "This is the video. Deal with it."
Yeah.
I mean,
nowadays they can make any sort of video they want because MTV doesn't play music anyway. So what's the point of trying to?
MTV is reality TV now, as far as I'm concerned.
MTV sucks. Like seriously sucks.
But Hulu does have the good shows that you can watch. I mean, you can watch Beavis and Butthead and Celebrity Deathmatch. So I mean, you do have that option.
Yeah.
You can watch the old shows and Remote Control. If you want to watch that on YouTube, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll get into my next band, and this is a band that my co-host here and I both love. We both respect them for everything they've done. They're a great band. Good Charlotte. Benji, thumbs up, brother.
Yeah.
Joel, thumbs up, brother. I love you both. I have never heard one bad Good Charlotte album. Not one single one. They've always been consistent with entertaining us. They pretty much don't like being told that they can't do something.
No, that makes them even want to do it more.
They just get pissed off.
Yeah.
More. So,
I mean, they write beautiful songs. Like I love the hard ones, but they have some really slow ones that are really. He talks about his dad a lot, and their dad a lot, and man, is talented.
Now, if I had to pick a certain song that I think blew me away the first time I heard it, "Little Things."
Great song.
I mean, because it was generally about what I was going through when I was growing up, in school, which is. I didn't want to be like other people. I didn't want to dress like the popular jocks. I didn't want to be a quarterback or a basketball star. I just wanted to be me. So
it was about kids that didn't really get picked first in gym class and kids that were different. Nothing wrong with being different. That's what they embraced. Yeah. And that's why they're so great.
And their cover of some of the 80s songs that they were great.
Off the, what soundtrack was that?
Another Teen
Yes, thank you.
The River, for God's sake.
The River.
Good Morning, I think is a Good Morning
Revival.
That is the best Good Charlotte album that I've ever heard in my whole entire life.
What's the other song on there that's really good?
And
what was that?
the Silence in Black and White, I believe was like a demo or something like that. That was in the early '90s. I can't remember the name of the song that's popular off that. It might have even been Little Things. I don't know. But,
Yeah, it was. They released it it was the first song off the album,
Yeah.
and that's the one they went with. And
I mean, you've got songs like Anthem.
the anthem.
I mean, everybody knows.
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Yeah.
That's got a really good story to that.
Yeah.
And I Just Want to Live is
That's another.
that's a good
song,
one.
yeah.
Ghost of You. all
Dance
those.
Floor.
Dance Floor
Dance
Anthem.
Floor is good. Yeah, the anthem is great. So I'm just gonna say this right now. You know, I'm a huge Good Charlotte fan. I respect everything they've done as a band.
They're not just punk music. They can do rock. They can do ballads. They can do acoustic guitar.
I think that
So-
they honestly, I think, should have got Grammys for some of those albums. They got beat
Yeah.
out by a few other bands, but I don't think those bands are as talented as Good Charlotte is.
No, I would agree.
So-
Definitely haven't got the recognition. They've always been underrated.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 3. I'm gonna go with. This is hard. Well, in terms of, I'm just thinking bands, probably would have to be like. I'm gonna say Soul Asylum. Runaway Train. Someone to Shove. They had Black Gold. Grew up with them, and in terms of like lyrics, really good writing. And they've been on soundtracks of movies over the years.
Well, and they're
And-
another one of those bands that, is still around now. They still perform.
Soul Asylum.
Yeah, they do, yeah. I mean, they toured with Candlebox in recent years. I mean, they've toured with Live. That's another band from the '90s that I think is great.
Okay.
I would say, they were one of the more influential bands as far as, coming out of the middle of nowhere. It's not like
Pretty
they were
much.
just given a contract, they had to work for it.
Right.
So, I mean, that's another band that, I definitely would agree with you. I think that their music, I think should be recognized at some point in time for what they've done. So,
All right. What's your number? What's your second one? Your fourth one.
actually, it's number 3.
I mean 3.
Yes.
I always get confused.
Well, this is a band that is still around now, and I love them still. And I'm going to say Red Hot Chili Peppers, baby.
Yep, they're still making albums.
They have been talking about California for, I don't know, 20-some years.
Like Good Charlotte, they're
Yeah.
another California
Yeah.
band.
I honestly have never heard a Bad Chili Peppers album. They've always had great production, great drumming, phenomenal bass.
Well, even the one they did with Dave Navarro, I liked
Yeah.
when he was on guitar for that
Yeah.
one album. Wasn't bad.
I just have a lot of respect for the Chili Peppers. I mean, they worked for everything that they, have, and they're still making music now. So, I mean, they were around, during that period of time when, Aerosmith was still big, and U2 and bands like that were still performing, and so they really had to work for everything that they've earned. For years they weren't even considered to be, worthy of playing on the radio until
They were more funk and underground, and they started like when Blood Sugar, Sex
Yeah.
Magic came out. That's
Yeah.
when they broke through. Under the Bridge,
Yeah, I mean,
Aeroplane,
That's another great song.
Give It Away,
Give It Away.
probably their
yeah.
most famous one.
And then, Californication, that whole entire album, if you want my honest opinion, that album kicks ass.
It kicks ass. The only thing I don't like about it was kind of recorded, the sound quality to me is.
Well,
but overall the album is
Yeah.
great. The songs are great.
so I just want to, give them my love and my respect, and keep making music, you guys. We love everything you guys do. You pretty much helped build the '90s. So I mean,
Well, I'm gonna have to say for my next one, in terms of '90s music that he made, Michael Jackson. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, Black or White, Jam, In the Closet, uh,
Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal. Even his '80s stuff is great.
Yeah.
'70s. I mean, I'm gonna include him on here because I really enjoyed his music.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we did a video about Michael Jackson and Prince and
Yeah.
David Bowie a while back. So, but yeah, I can't leave him off the list. It's got to be. So, what's your next one, Drizzle?
Number 2 for me, and boy, am I gonna get a lot of heat for this.
Just say it. Don't.
This is a female artist.
Don't worry about it.
But she pretty much dominated the pop charts in the '90s, and that's Britney Spears.
Hey, if that's what you like, I'm not gonna hate on that.
I think without Britney Spears, the pop music scene would have went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, she's the queen of pop, for God's sakes. I mean, 15 number ones.
Are you that many? Holy
Yeah.
crap, I didn't know she had that many.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, Grammys up the yin yang.
Wow.
I mean,
wow.
MTV Best Video. I mean, 1990, I think it was 9 or something like that.
Jeez.
I mean, she's worked with so many different artists. I mean, she even worked with Madonna, for Christ's sakes. I mean, recently she's worked with Iggy Azalea, she's worked with Nicki Minaj, she's worked with Drake. I mean, she's worked with just about everybody you could possibly think of.
Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Wow.
Too. So, I mean, I feel like she was a big part of the pop scene living on as far as, building it for the 90s. I mean, yeah, you had the typical, boy bands and stuff like that. I mean, even Christina Aguilera probably would be in that category too.
Yeah.
I respect her too. I think she's incredibly talented too.
I was thinking about her too when you said Britney Spears.
But I want to put that out there that I respect both of them. I think that they're great singers. But I'll just leave it at that. I'll probably get heat for it. But.
Well, hey, if that's who you like, that's who you like. My next pick would have to be Phil Collins and Genesis. I mean, they've been around since the 70s. They had lots of good 90s songs like I Can't Dance and No Son of Mine. Phil Collins is a great drummer also. I mean, even his solo albums are just...
Yeah.
I mean, of course, In the Air Tonight, but like the 90s stuff he did, like Another Day in Paradise and... I Wish It Would Rain. That was with Eric Clapton. He did a song with him. So
I can't really remember too many bad songs I've heard by him. Honestly, I think that he's creative genius as far as he goes. Is changing his style.
We'll never get a guy like Phil Collins.
No.
Drummer, singer.
Yeah.
I think piano player even.
Yeah.
Wow. And he's an actor. He's been in movies. I mean,
and my number one, and I've had to think long and hard about this actually, this is another solo artist that pretty much dominated the 90s as far as R&B went, and that is Mariah Carey.
hey.
I want to say right now, I'm going to be right up close to the camera right now. If I ever had an opportunity to meet Mariah Carey, I would look her right in the face and I would say, you've had a phenomenal career and I respect everything you've done in this industry. You are the best female vocalist from the 90s. You can shatter glass, for God's sakes. They've proven that.
Really?
Yeah, she did that experiment where she broke glass.
Holy crap.
I know. Yeah.
I can believe it.
I mean, Mariah Carey, you guys, the 90s were her. I mean, we're talking, again, another artist that had over 10 number one hits. And every single time she put out an album, it was number one by the following week.
Wow.
We're talking millions of people buying her records and paying money to go see her perform. And let me tell you, I've watched Mariah Carey perform. she can still hit those notes in her upper 40s.
I believe it.
So I can only imagine what she's going to do when she's 60. She's probably going to be able to still do that. And no offense, but I think she's one of the most attractive women in the whole entire universe, as far as I'm concerned.
Agree.
I mean, we're talking Honey. We're talking about Fantasy.
Oh.
We're talking about every single one of those songs were number one right after they were put out. So, I mean, yeah, she went through some hard times with different managers, things like that, but you have to respect that she also did a song for charity as well with Boyz II Men, which is another band.
One Sweet Day.
Yeah.
I think, that's a good one.
All of the proceeds from that song went to children's charity for cancer and stuff. So, I mean, I'm a huge Mariah Carey fan. I'm going to admit it. I respect her. She's phenomenal. She's a great artist. She's just generally a nice person. She's not, conceited. She just respects her fans. She loves them. So, I mean, if I ever had an opportunity to meet Mariah Carey, I would just say how much I respect her and, that she's just an awesome person. So, I mean, I'll just leave it at that, and I'll scooch my pooch back.
Well, my number one is not going to be 311. I'll tell you that. That was already my number one on my top 5 list. But actually, Devin already said them, and I'm going to say number one is Boyz II Men.
Mm-hmm.
Man, when they came out, I was blown away. You got Motown Philly. You got It's Hard to Say Goodbye. You got Thank You.
Mama.
Yeah.
This is a great song.
What else? End of the Road, On Bended Knee. I mean, these guys can freaking sing. I don't know why they're not still together. I mean, we need you, Boyz II Men. What happened? Please come back. I mean,
and let me tell you, that's another band that, again, helped build the R&B industry in the 90s. Without them, I mean, we wouldn't have artists like now.
we wouldn't have people like Tyrese, maybe,
Tyrese.
Even Justin Timberlake.
No, because they were influenced by Boyz II Men. I mean, even some of the boy bands, for God's sakes, were opening up for Boyz II Men in the 90s. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, yes, Boyz II Men does deserve a number one spot.
They do.
They even belong in the R&B Hall of Fame, as far as
I'm concerned. I'm sure they'll be there someday. Yeah.
I mean, plus they also did some work with New Edition.
See, that's cool.
So,
that's cool. I love New Edition.
One band respects the other, so they do songs together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would love to see a Boyz II Men record. Get some of those artists that you worked with before, contact them and say, hey, we're back. We want to do something here. Work with R. Kelly, work with Drake, work with Madonna, work with Britney Spears, work with Mariah Carey, for God's sakes. I mean,
we need it. I like R&B once in a while. I need something new to listen to. So,
but yes, I fully respect Boyz II Men. They've had a phenomenal career.
Let's get a Boyz II Men petition.
I vote that, actually. If there's other people online who agree with us, just say, hey, Boyz II Men, come on. We want you guys back. Sign it on the internet. Let's get enough signatures and let's mail it to them and say, hey, come back.
We need them back. But, all right, guys. Well, this has been the Drizzle Sunglasses Man. Please like, comment, share, dislike. We don't care as long as
there's no hateful stuff on there.
No hate comments. Please no cussing or anything like that. Yeah. Otherwise, you will be blocked. But other than that, we love our fans, and thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, and we enjoy, hearing from you guys. So.
And please subscribe to his other channel, Drizzle Land, and mine, J Wilkins 79. And we're gonna keep making videos, and
we'll see you guys later. Bye.